Hey guys, Devin here with Lifetime Preparedness. I'm on my way to work. I want to talk to you about a couple things today. First thing, let's get it out of the way. So we all remember Joe Biden, paid so there was that contract or whatever it was with the guy over, I believe it was in Ukraine, and he was like, hey, fire this investigator that Trump had put in place to investigate the Biden family, the Biden Foundation, and everything that was going on with that. And Joe was like, hey, either fire this guy or you're not getting the $3 billion or whatever it is for this whatever contract or whatever they were doing. That's the most simple version of what happened. And I remember there was a viral video showing this, him laughing about it. So there's that. Now, to branch off of that, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Is the United Nations, are they going to step in during, this election? Are they going to step in during this election, and is that going to cause mass civil unrest? Possibly. Different things could happen that could trigger the United Nations to get involved. Now, it all depends on how contested this election is and how serious things get with Antifa, the far left, as well as just regular people that believe the nonsense that is being put out there by the mainstream media and the politicians that are on the left, Kamala Harris, etc. Would the United Nations get involved? It's possible that they could send people here. They could send peacekeeping troops, which could have weapons. I mean, it's possible. Depends on how divided our nation is and if they want to avert a civil war. But some people say that they are in the pocket of China, the United Nations, just like the World Health Organization. So, I mean, that's all, opinion, as most of this is, except for that first part. That's been written in stone. So, I mean, yeah, that could be bad, and I mean, I think they would be more inclined to be on the side of the left, depending on the situation and how it goes. So, we'll see about that, and, what happens with that, which adds to a civil war, and then other countries would pick a side, and we don't want that. But, that's also a potential outcome. But, the FBI has apparently had this Biden information about him firing this investigator who was looking into him, his son, and the Biden Foundation. So, I don't know what they're doing, or what they were planning on doing, or if they were planning on doing anything at all. This was years ago. I think 2018. The Biden family had the information of this investigator, what he was going to do, so they fired him, or they told the guy, hey, if you don't fire him, you're not getting this $3 billion, $3 million, whatever it was, contract. I don't care about the numbers, I really don't. It doesn't matter the numbers, it just matters their intent and what they did. Now, does this uncover more of a deep state? Yeah, I think it does. I mean, we already some of us knew, some of us were like, yeah, right, and just look at politics on the, in a very superficial way. I don't. I'm looking at it in a very realistic way. The FBI didn't do anything with this, but they had the evidence. during Trump's impeachment hearings. So I don't know what, who in FBI or this organization or that organization or, the top of this company said something or this, that, or the third, but I think that is clear evidence that nothing was done with that, and the FBI has supposedly had that since 2018 or whatever it was. I think that is clear evidence of a deep state, and that's the most common term. I've recently been watching this show. It's called The Blacklist. And with this show, they have a group in there, and they call it the Cabal. And if you guys have seen that, I think that is a very, very realistic possibility. A group as is in that show. And that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. That's, people are going to call me a conspiracy theorist, this and that. But I just feel like there's too much evidence for there to not be, some sort of, I guess you can call it a shadow network, running things, or at the very least influencing things in their way to the best of their ability. I don't know if Trump is involved. I know a lot of people think I'm like a hardcore Trump supporter. Now, I don't know if he's involved in anything. I've looked into all the Russia stuff. I've seen no evidence of collusion. I haven't seen any evidence of wrongdoing, actual evidence. So I think that's why the deep state or this shadow network of, billionaires or, just people with significant power within the government or industry, I think that is why they don't like him, because he is, let's say, what's the word? Not for the establishment. He is more for the people. He's an American, and I wish there was other choices, but if it wasn't someone so crazy like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their politics, someone more moderate, because they are nowhere close to moderate, I would at the very least, give some consideration. But that is not. No chance of that. No chance. This country is going to rely on this re-election. He needs to be re-elected, because if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris get in there, it's going to be bad. And I think the best outcome is Donald Trump wins the election, and it's by a lot. If it's a significant amount to where there's no questioning, I think that's the only shot we got at, not having a civil war. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to go to work, so I'll talk to you later. If you want to show support for the channel, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and family. That way we can get the message of preparedness out there, guys. The better they're prepared, the better we're prepared, the less stress on all of us. You guys have a good one.